Namaskar. I have Yang with me again, and we're continuing to build on Warrior 3. And we brought in the chair so we could show some adaptations. We're going to show using a chair. You don't have to use a chair. As a matter of fact, at home you have a kitchen countertop. You could easily use that instead. If, depending on who we are and our own level of balance, we may decide we want to use something else, a high stool, a low stool. Some things are dependent upon our height and also dependent upon what we have around the house. So a lot of times when people talk about yoga props, if I have a client and I work with them in their home, a lot of times I look at what they have in their house. In this case, we're going to say we have our trusty chair again, and I'm going to ask Yang to go ahead and make a setup for regular Warrior 3. So he went into Namaste Mudra right here. Now he's going to extend his back leg. Go ahead and raise it. Yeah, and then slowly reach out forward. Good. And just to make it a little bit of a challenge for him, I'm going to do something he probably wouldn't do at home. Is I'm going to pull the chair away slightly so he can get some extension. I don't want his elbows to lock. This is really nice right here. This is the right height. We're pretty straight, and this is actually very good. So you had the one last week where we did the two arms out this way as like a stabilizer bar. In this case, we have this variation. And take a rest, John. Thank you. Okay, from this point on, what we're going to do next is we're going to put the chair aside, and I'm going to ask Young to do the same pose that he just did with no chair. When your students are doing this and you're running classes, you should be wandering around. It's nice, I wish I could spend all the time doing poses myself, but sometimes this is especially a time when I should be walking around the classroom and helping other people. So go ahead and extend into this one. Yep. And raise your leg. Excellent. Okay. And go ahead and extend your arms out. Okay. See, he's got the same pose. I'm just tweaking it a little bit, and he's doing quite well on his own. Okay? So, excellent. Okay. Do you feel like you want to show Jupiter Mudra? Yep. Okay. So, what we have here, some of you do temple, but today we have Jupiter Mudra, and I'm going to ask Jan to come on out of that. Okay, you could have used this chair right here and still have done Jupiter Mudra. You just rest your hands, say on the blade of the hand, right on the chair. Or you could do this on the kitchen countertop too. Sometimes the kitchen countertop comes in handy for a lot of things. So when you're teaching your students, or if you're a person who's at home and you've decided you're dialing in and you're watching what we're doing here, feel free to experiment with these. It's the old saying, Rome wasn't built in a day, and I would just take everything one step at a time. If you're working on your balance, there's a lot of different things you can do. Warrior 3 is one of them. You should have fun at it. And if this particular area, this particular video was too tough, then what I would say is look at what we did last week. And that week what we did was we showed a couple of other variations with the arms out and also a preparatory pose. I want to wish all of you a nice week. Om Shanti.